Hello, my name is Alicia Marino. Um, I've been working at Pace University for over 20 years. I started out as a student assistant. I was hired for ILL when they extended ILL. I worked there for a number of years, and then I got promoted for circulation coordinator. And during my period as social circulation coordinator, I pursued my MLS in library science. I got my degree in 2007. Now I'm pursuing my doctoral degree, the prerequisite will be completed in May 2019, and then I have to write my dissertation. And that being said, the reason I'm doing this video is to give you a little bit of information about myself and also a little bit of historical information as to why the library is now part of the 21st century, or the goal of the university towards the 21st century. And this happened because of three students. We at the circulation desk used to hire our student, train them, and we coordinate and work together as a team to provide service to our students. And uninterrupted service, that is. We used to make sure there wasn't a sign that's saying it's closed. We did our best to make sure we have service at all times during the operation, open during the hours of operation. That being said, there's two things. Students are complaining about the New York Times. We don't have it at the Wall Street Journal. I have students yell at me and saying addressing it to me. I did mention it to our director, which was Ray, and I said we need to have the New York Times and the Journal because it's part of the university. It's a tool, and student uses it. And we have a business student. We have a huge ELI student group here at the university. And up to this day, 2019, we have librarians using their money to buy the New York Times to put it because a faculty member said they wanted it. And that's the reason we're doing it. And I think that is is wrong because it's a local newspaper. It's the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. And the writing in these newspapers is proper English, which our students need to learn to learn English. It's the right tool for them to use. And we as a library are supposed to provide that too. And that's basic. That's a basic tool. So that being said, little things like this, services, tools, these are building points. And we need to have them consistently. Now back to the history and the three students who helped me bring this library to the forefront that we are today looking for a university librarian. And one of them is Michael Wilbrook. And he was working we hired him, Luis Gonzalez and myself, as a student assistant. And he said to me, that he is pursuing to be the president of student body. And I said, Michael, I know you're capable, but I wish you luck. But however, if you do win, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to be the middle man or the middle person between the director's office and the presidents and the stakeholders. And he sure won. And he did. And we agreed to a monthly meeting, and he did held his end of the bargain. He did create a monthly meeting. He was the bridge between the library and the president's office. And I'm glad he did because I wanted us to be up to date with technology. I wanted us to meet the staff working conditions to improve, the student learning environment to improve, and the CLR was implemented. And but that was the key point at that time. Everything else was like dilapidated. Anyway, and then there's a third person, well, Oscar and myself, hired Shannon and Jordan. And Shannon McCannon was a student, very brilliant young woman, and very creative. And we both noticed that, students with disability, anybody with disability, once they get to the second floor to collaborate or learn or do anything, have to ask us at the first desk or the reference desk, any of our staff, to take them to the second floor for assistance. And that can be, we have to stop what we're doing, or they have to wait for us to complete our transaction or for us to help them. And to add insult to injury, they have to use the service desk to get to the second floor. The service elevator to the second floor. Anyway, I asked her if she wants to do a piece on ADA compliance, and she sure did. She did, and she interviewed people from the government agency. She interviewed people from here at PACE, including myself, and she did a beautiful piece. And security now has said that they would create a pass for people with disability, and they can apply and get it to use the elevator. Unfortunately, I don't think, even today, we have students who clutches are asking to use the elevator, and they're not aware of that service. So if they're not aware, and we still have to provide the service, which means this is not being productive today in the 21st century. The third student is Jordan Gonzalez, and he's a nice student. He has charisma and successful in his own right. He told me he's running for CFO, for student body government, and I said, congratulations, I wish you the best. But I said, do me a favor, make sure, let the CFO and everybody know about the status of the library. And they sure did. They did. And then he came back to me and he says, I'm doing a piece on the library. And I was like, oh, I'm so thrilled. I said, if you have any questions, anything, let me know. And he said, thank you, Alicia. And I went to his presentation. He did the students did an immaculate job of their presentation with Professor Chahari, Dr. Chahari. So that being said, without these students' help or their aid, because I couldn't do it, and if I wrote an email to the president's office, I was considered insubordinate. I did not speak to them, but I did. And the fact is, I couldn't do it. So these are the students who help bring the library to the forefront. When President Friedman and the CFO printed in the PACE magazine that the great designs and 21st century, what they're doing for both campuses, I wrote him an email congratulating them, both of them, the CFO, the provost, and I said, however, in all of this, the library was not mentioned. And the library is supposed to be your backbone of any institution, regardless. And I said, we need to bring our library up to date to the 21st century. We need to create a balance between books and e-resources. And I say balance because the reason I say balance is students transferred from other students because they didn't have other institutions because they didn't have books. So we want to keep a balance. We want to keep a balance between collaborative and silent. We want to keep a balance of the learning environment that is conducive to all. We want to make our work, our staff, successful and bring them up to date. We have a great staff, and PACE Downtown have been a hard-working staff that make things happen, regardless of our leaders. That being said, we would like to bring this library to the forefront, and I am capable of doing it. And the reason I'm pointing this out is I've done it in the background. Nobody knew how it started. Nobody knew when it started. And it started by my student. It started by them appointing the library as a key, keeping the president's office aware, keeping the stakeholders aware, speaking the trustees aware of how important the library is. And I would like us to continue that way. I do believe I am capable. Do I have the knowledge? Of course I have the knowledge. Do I have the skills? Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I do have the skills, because I'm the one who made it happen. Made it happen to the point that we are here today. So, would I be the right one to continue? I will, because I know what we want. I know where we need to go, and I know how to get us there. So that being said, yes, I know we have to raise funds. I have millions of ideas in my head already how you're going to do that. I have so much that I would like to share, but I cannot do it if I don't get the position. And that being said, I am moving forward to the 21st century. As a woman, and the color of my skin should not impact what I'm capable of doing. Am I creative? Of course I'm creative. I was creative enough to use my students to get the library to the forefront without anybody knowing. Everybody said, oh, they didn't know it was me who spoke to my students. As we had a conversation, we share ideas, we discuss them openly, and then this lead to where we are. So, that being said, I thank you for listening. I do believe I'm your candidate, and I do believe I can do the job, and I'm capable of doing the job. I'm totally aware of what we need to do. And that being said, I look forward to hearing from you. And I do apologize if you have a very hard time understanding me, because I've been very sick for 3 weeks. In this video, I haven't have my voice back. I'm still a little, still have an effect of it. So, that being said, I thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.